Hello my dear learners, after the radiation pattern, today in my lecture of antenna and wave propagation, I am going to deliver the content related to radiation intensity. Radiation intensity is also one of the primary parameter of antenna theory. Radiation intensity is directly related to the radiation pattern. Radiation intensity is the basic key feature for describing the radiating properties of an antenna. Means it is the parameter which is based on the distribution of power in the different directions from an antenna. Generally, the pointing vector, as I have already notified this particular parameter, pointing vector was very much useful when I was discussing the electromagnetic field theory content. Actually, pointing vector is directly related to the electric field and magnetic field, and for describing the power per unit area we use this particular parameter pointing vector, and which is defined as P, and this P is equal to E cross H. But in the same way, when our focus is to define the directional characteristics or the radiation properties of an antenna, we use this parameter as radiation intensity. So, starting with the basic definition of radiation intensity, we can say that radiation intensity in a given direction is defined as the power radiated from an antenna per unit solid angle. Here a very important term is used as per unit solid angle. What is solid angle? Solid angle is the angle which is subtended at the center of a solid figure like sphere. For any particular surface on the sphere, when suppose this is an sphere and this is the center point, and this center point it is a particular small area is taken, and when this small area is subtended this particular angle, this angle is known as the solid angle. This is the solid angle, and this solid angle which is subtended at the center of a solid figure by a surface area. This is the surface area, and this surface area is described as ds, and this is described as d omega. This is the differential solid angle. I am describing this particular property of as solid angle because it will be used everywhere in the radiation properties. As we all know that for a particular plane angle, there are two kinds of angles. One is plane angle and second one is solid angle. Plane angle is defined for a circle. This is circle and this is sphere. It means this is a plane figure and this is solid figure. And when this is plane figure, it means here we cannot take a particular area for which the angle is subtended at the center. Here we can take a small arc like this particular length, and when this particular length is drawn, then this angle is the plane angle, this angle is solid angle and this angle is plane angle. So, for describing these two particular things, plane angle and solid angle, plane surface, solid surface, circle, sphere, the difference between these two you can understand like the definition of plane angle. So, this particular angle is defined as the d theta, and when the length of this arc is dl and the radius of this circle is r and the radius of this sphere is r same, then this d theta can be defined as dl upon r. In the same way, here in the case of solid, we can define that this d omega is equal to this ds upon r square. This is the difference between the plane angle and solid angle. For describing the complete plane angle, for describing the complete solid angle, plane angle is represented in terms of radians, solid angle is represented in terms of steradian. Then this plane, the complete plane angle for a complete circle, it means the complete length of a circle is its circumference, and its circumference is equal to 2 pi r. It means for describing the complete plane angle, we can say that this d theta for complete circle is given as 2 pi radian, and in the same way we can define the complete solid angle like this d omega is equal to the complete surface area of the sphere, that is equal to 4 pi r square and upon r square. It means the complete solid angle is equal to 4 pi stay radian. Now, you can understand the existence of the solid angle and the definition of radiation intensity, that is power radiated from an antenna per unit solid angle, and this per unit solid angle is defined as the d omega term. So, radiation intensity is a far field parameter and obtained by multiplying the radiation density by the square of the distance, which may be given by u is equal to r square w radiated, where u is the radiation intensity which is defined as watts per steradian, and the w rad, it is defined as the radiation density, or it can also be named as Poynting vector, that is watts per meter square. I also want to focus the formula which is given here as u is equal to r square into w. ये कहाँ से आया? From where this particular, because this formula is very much useful in the coming parameters when we describe the different ideologies of an antenna and the different principles, different operations, different parameters to define the complete theory of an antenna. We will use many parameters based on this, because here we are differentiating between the radiation intensity and radiation density. These two parameters are quite different. radiation intensity is defined as the power per unit solid angle, but the radiation density is defined as the power per unit surface area. This is the power per unit solid angle and this is the power per unit surface area. It means we can say that when the total power radiated is equal to, suppose this is P r upon 4 pi, total power radiated upon total solid angle in free space. In the same way, we can say that R square into W rad means power per unit surface area, यानी कि total power, that is same P r upon total surface area means 4 pi r square. This r square cancel and the same term P r upon 4 pi. This is the basic derivation of this particular formula. You can understand it from here. Anyway, if we generalize the expression for the radiation intensity, we can say that the radiation intensity is a term which is not dependent on the distance factor r. It is only dependent on the angle terms, means theta and phi, directional terms. So, the total power radiated can be drawn with the help of radiation intensity parameter by integrating it with respect to differential solid angle d omega, that is given here. The formula for total power radiated P rad is equal to double integration u theta phi d omega. It means integration is done with respect to theta and with respect to phi. What are the limits for theta and phi? They are different. As I have already shown in a 3-dimensional diagram of a spherical coordinate system, how theta varies from 0 to 2 pi and phi varies from 0 to pi. And in this case, we can say that this d omega can be defined as the sin theta d phi. And here d omega is the element of solid angle, that is sin theta d phi. For an isotropic source, as the definition of an isotropic radiator is given that it is uniformly distributing its whole radiated power. It means in all the directions the complete radiated power is distributed uniformly by an isotropic radiator. It means the radiation density or radiation intensity, both are the factors which are equally distributed. It means for an isotropic radiator we can define the radiation density like P r upon 4 pi r square and radiation intensity like P r upon 4 pi. Some of the basic parameters which defines the figure of merit of an antenna. This is known as the gain of an antenna. Gain of an antenna is a very basic and primary parameter for describing its directional properties. Actually, the gain of an antenna defines that how much energy, how much radiated power can be transmitted into one particular direction from a transmitting antenna and how much power can be received from a particular direction through a receiving antenna. The ability of an antenna to extract or to transmit or to radiate, this power is known as the gain of an antenna, and this gain is having different kinds of some of the properties are changed, and on the basis of those properties we have classified the gain into three parts: directive gain, power gain and directivity. One very basic type of gain is known as antenna gain. Here we will discuss all types of gains. Directive gain is that kind of gain of an antenna which is defined as the ratio of radiation intensity in a given direction from the antenna to the radiation intensity averaged over all directions. It means directive gain, it is also defined as GD. It is also defined as GD. This is the representation of directive gain, and this directive gain is given like this. The only thing which is important to describe the directive gain is that the power radiated must be same for both types of antenna, either for the test antenna or for the reference antenna. If we take the reference antenna as an isotropic radiator, then the radiation intensity averaged is represented as U naught. So, you can see here the maximum value of the directive gain is known as the directivity, and it is given here. The ratio of maximum radiation intensity, in the definition of directive gain, when we use the maximum term before the radiation intensity, it converts into the directivity, and the ratio of the maximum radiation intensity in the most preferred direction. Obviously, both these terms, maximum radiation intensity and in its most preferred direction, if the maximum radiation intensity is given in that direction, obviously that direction will be its most preferred direction, and this definition is defined, means directivity D naught is defined as the ratio of maximum radiation intensity to the average radiation intensity. The total power radiated by an antenna is defined in terms of normalized power pattern, and that is given like this. Substituting P radiated in the above, that is given like this: D naught is equal to 4 pi upon omega A. This is the directivity formula for a particular subtended angle, for a particular subtended solid angle. The other term for in the classification of gain, it is known as power gain. Power gain is very similar to the directive gain. The only difference between the power gain and directive gain is that power gain is defined for the ratio of radiation intensity of a test antenna to the average radiation intensity of an isotropic radiator or for a reference antenna, when we take the total input power is same. As I have described for the directive gain, that the total radiated power must be same for the test antenna and for the isotropic radiator or for the reference antenna. But here in the power gain case, the total input power must be the same for both kind of antenna. That is why the definition is given like this. G, it is also given like GP. This is known as the power gain, and this power gain is given as the radiation intensity upon total input power into 4 pi. In the same way, we can also say that this is the average radiation intensity, means U theta phi upon total, यानी कि total input power P in upon 4 pi, and this 4 pi is coming here. So, in most cases the relative gain is defined as the ratio of power gain in a given direction to the power gain of a reference antenna in its reference direction. The power input must be same for both the antennas, as I have defined that the power gain is described only for that case where the total input power must be same. The reference antenna is usually an isotropic radiator, dipole, horn or any other kind of antenna whose gain can be calculated or it is known. That kind of antenna can be used as the reference antenna. Here the total power radiated is equal to K into total power input. It means what is the difference between power gain and directive gain? What is the difference between the antenna gain and directivity? The same relationship is between these two. The relationship between the power gain and directive gain and the relationship between the antenna gain and directivity. And this relationship is defined in this small bracket. What is the difference between the total radiated power upon total input power? This is the difference of a very small factor which is known as efficiency of an antenna, and this term K is defined as the efficiency of an antenna, which is given here. This K is the antenna efficiency factor, and the gain of an antenna is an actual quantity which is less than the directivity due to its ohmic losses in the antenna. The maximum value of the gain is related to maximum directivity, and here the gain and directivity relationship when both these factors are the maximum value factors, and the power gain and the directive gain are the general value factors, but the relationship between these two is same. This is the antenna efficiency factor, and antenna efficiency factor is described like the value of this efficiency factor must be between 0 and 1. It cannot be beyond unity, because the total radiated power cannot be exceeded by its total input power. So, the mathematical expression of antenna efficiency is given as K is equal to total power radiated upon total power input. Next is the antenna impedance. What is antenna impedance? Antenna impedance is a primary factor for describing the load impedance and the source impedance. At the transmitting end it is defined as the source impedance, and at the receiving side it is defined as the load impedance. But in both the circuits, either at the transmitting side or at the receiving side, both the circuits are connected to the antenna network. So, there is another kind of impedance which comes into the picture known as antenna impedance. Its Thevenin equivalent I have already described in my previous lectures, you can see there, but here I want to clarify some of the aspects of the impedance. Impedance is a factor which is built with the two components as resistive component and reactive component, and these are given here. ZA means antenna impedance is made up of two components as antenna resistance and antenna reactance. Antenna resistance is also a factor which is made up of two components again, that is radiation resistance plus loss resistance, and the reactance part may be either capacitive or may be inductive, or it is also possible when it is purely resistive, then the antenna is working at its resonant frequency. Here the total current which is flowing in the circuit which is connected to the transmitter to the antenna or antenna to the receiver, both kind of networks are possible, but the current which is flowing in the network is same for both the impedances, that is I is equal to Vg upon Rg plus Ra, where Vg is the source voltage and it is defined as the Vg upon twice of Ra when we apply the maximum power transfer theorem to this particular equation, then the equation becomes like total power Pg is equal to the real part only in the form of Vg square upon 4 Ra, and by this we can define the antenna resistance, that is like radiation resistance plus loss resistance, and this formula which is very important formula, it is used for the maximum power transfer theorem for defining the total power. And these are some of the formulas and expressions which are used in the antenna theory for defining the different powers, power radiated, power loss, and these all are associated with the different resistances. So, you can understand these formulas very clearly by using the same expression and the same equation. So, it was all about the impedance, radiation intensity, solid angle and all other parameters of antenna. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much.